Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and today we're playing a little game with a group of girls called Would You Rather. So what I do, I give them guy number 1 and guy number 2, and each guy comes with some baggage or some things going on, and they have to choose which guy that they would rather date. So no more to say, let's get into it and see which guy the girls pick. Number 1. Guy number 1 who makes $200K but is a workaholic, doesn't have a lot of free time. Examples: he gets home from work at 7 to 8 p.m., he's out the door before you wake up, doesn't want to go out on the weekends besides special occasions. Or guy number 2 who makes $50K, has free time, spends quality time with you, and is there for his family.
I gotta say number 2.
Okay, $50K doesn't matter?
Not in this scenario.
Okay.
The second option, like I've been in the first one and it's miserable. So like you're just gonna end up unhappy with someone who's not there for you.
I'm gonna take the 50K guy. Yeah. To me, I guess 250K is a big difference, but I feel like you can still have a good quality life with 50K, and then I'll just be the breadwinner.
I would have to say guy number 2. Okay. Only because like you can earn more money later on in life, but like you can't always get back time. Like that's limited. So like I would definitely choose guy number 2.
Oh, guy number 2 all day. There's no question about a guy that appreciates family time and, understanding what's important.
Dang, I think the answer to that question would really have to depend on where I'm at in life.
Pretend it's right now.
But if it's right now, I might be okay with a workaholic right now just because I'm a workaholic. And I think that it would be nice to have someone that had their own stuff going on so that the time that we did spend together would be more meaningful.
Got it. Okay, so you don't mind the workaholic at this point in life?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Personally, I would not be able to handle the first guy because I'd just go batshit crazy. I'd be like, okay, it's 8:03. Where the fuck are you? So I'm definitely going to go with the second guy. And I don't know, you can't rely on a man for money regardless either way. Like look at Giselle and Tom Brady. I mean, normally things eventually come to an end. I don't know.
All right, so you're choosing guy number 2.
Guy number 2.
Guy number 1 who is overweight and makes $100K, or guy number 2 who is fit with a six-pack and makes $40K?
I don't really care about appearance, so I also don't really care about the money. So whoever has the best personality is
No, we can't do that.
Don't have
The same personality.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the guy who makes more money.
Okay. 100K guy?
Yeah.
I think it's important on how you take care of yourself. I don't really think, financial status is really the giveaway for me. It's just being healthy is super important. So I would go with guy number 2 just based on what I'm attracted to.
I don't think either of those things would make me like someone, so that's a tough one.
I know it's tough if you had to pick one.
So overweight but makes more money, and then in shape but makes less money.
Yes.
This is gonna make me sound shallow, but the one who's in shape because want to be attracted to who I'm with.
Honestly, I think the guys would be more mad if you chose the first ones.
They're both shallow, I guess.
Yeah.
In different ways.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, I think that I genuinely care about the content of who people are. So if someone was overweight, it wouldn't bother me as much.
So you're going with the overweight guy?
I'll go with the overweight guy.
Final answer?
But he can't go over 235. He can't be over 235.
So you're just fingers crossed, going in blind, overweight, hoping he's not that much.
I can't have a tubby. I can't. I just couldn't do it.
Okay.
I've never been able to get with a girthy man before. And I don't plan to anytime soon. I'm definitely going to go with the second guy.
Okay.
Guy number 1.
Okay, you're going with the overweight 100K?
Yeah, I mean, like, this is just it's like small things that you can change, but I'm now thinking just like if they're like essentially like a bodybuilder at this point, like most of their time now is being spent probably like maintaining that physique, and like time does equal money. So it's just like now I'm thinking like, is he only earning that much because his time is being spent elsewhere? And if so, it's just like I'd rather a guy that is already like, has a career at that point. And if they're overweight, like these are things that you can change if they want to. If that's something you guys discuss. But at the same time, I feel like at that point, like income, like I would prefer like someone who's overweight with a set income versus someone who may be more materialistic in their aesthetic and having less income. Because like then I'm just like, how are you maintaining that? How are you maintaining that physique, the gym, like as much as they eat on 40K? That's a little suspicious. So definitely guy number one.
Good explanation.
Well, all right, and I don't know anything else about these people.
No, they're identical besides those things.
Oh, they're identical.
Personality's exactly the same.
So one's really funny. Well, I mean, they're both, I always think in terms of what I think is attractive. So they can both really be funny. Guy number one makes 100K.
Uh-huh.
I got to be honest. I work in a nonprofit. The guy number two, probably.
Okay, 40K six-pack?
Yeah.
All right. So you care more about being in shape. That actually matters to you?
I think we'd because I'm drawing the inference that guy number two probably has a similar lifestyle to me, meaning we probably match up on other things, too. Yeah.
Okay, guy number one who is a 4 and is emotionally available, a good communicator, and shares core values like religion, politics, money, life goals, etc. Or guy number 2 who is an 8 and who's also a good communicator, is emotionally available, but doesn't agree on core values of religion, politics, money, all of that stuff.
I'll take the 4. It's not going to work out with the other one.
Okay.
Guy number 1.
Okay, you're choosing the 4.
Yes, I'm choosing the 4. Only because, like, for me, core values mean more than, like, looks at this point. I feel like I'm at that age where it's just, like, at the end of the day, like, it may be nice to have someone that's, like, at your level aesthetically, but at the same time, long term, it's not going to last. Like, you can't really think of, like, marriage, like, 10, 20 plus years lasting if you don't share at least some core values. I mean, like, they're a good communicator, maybe, but, like, definitely the guy that's a 4.
No way. I cannot be with a partner that isn't on the same page with me in regards to my certain values and ethics. And I feel like those coexist with like your religion, your political party that you're associated with, and your views on life. Like that's very important for me. So yeah, I would definitely be with the 4 over the 8.
Oh, it has to be the core values. Like, what's the relationship without the core values?
I have enough life experience to say that in this scenario, one's going to be worth my... number 8, I've been down that road, so it's going to have to be 1.
I don't know. This is like a difficult question because my 4s are like 7s to me when like rating on a scale, I feel, compared to like another female.
Okay, pretend it's a 4, like it's a 4 in your eye, like he's actually a 4.
Okay, it just can't happen. I have to have that physical attraction to you, and yeah, that was number guy 2. I think I want guy 2,
Guy
right?
2.
The 8 with the right.
Yep. So
Solid
you just wouldn't have religion, politics, money, life goals in common.
Looks like I gotta have a spine for both of us then. So
Okay, yeah, core values are huge for me. So, I mean, it just depends on what you're looking for, I guess, at the time for your attractiveness. But if it's something like serious and long term, I'm going to go with the 4 that is more of an honest and like good quality guy.
Next one is guy number 1 who is 5'5" and makes 120K a year, or guy number 2 who is 6 feet and makes 35K a year.
I think that I'm 5'9", and this is shallow of me. I think if we were a little more closer, I would feel, it has nothing to do with him. It's more like I feel more masculine, and it's a me insecurity, so I would probably go with number 2.
Okay? Because you're what, 5'9", you said?
Yeah, I'm a lanky gal, and I'm already awkward as it is, so I think, I don't know.
What if he was 5'8"?
Okay,
Would
that
that change?
actually changes it. It really does.
Okay.
5'8", I think, is doable.
What about 5'7"?
We're pushing it.
Okay. So it's just the fact that it's 5'5", so far below your height.
5'5" just, I don't want to look down to him. Like,
Okay.
I think if we were about, that doesn't bother me a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to the short kings, for sure.
All right.
So it's not really about the money more than I feel like if you're making, a guy who's making 35K has got to be like not very educated, or I don't know, like why is he only making 35K? Okay. Well, a guy who's making more is probably, their personality type is probably something I'd vibe with more. So I feel like I'm always gonna pick the guy that makes more money regardless of appearance.
Okay. So even though height matters to you, you would still choose the guy.
I mean, 35K I feel like is super low. Maybe I'm jaded. I don't know.
Okay.
But I feel like if you're making 35K, like you didn't go to school, like college, and if you're opening your own business or something, it's not doing very well.
So it's a warning sign to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just feel like I think I'd probably vibe more with the guy who had more money, just because his career is he's probably doing something.
Oh, well, based off my track record, definitely the guy that's 5'5". I'm pretty tall myself, but at the same time, like, height isn't, like, a factor when I'm, like, talking to someone. So being 5'5" and they're, like, making that much, like, I would be able to overlook a couple inches.
Okay. And how tall are you?
So I'm 5'8".
Okay, so this guy would be shorter than you.
Yes.
Have you ever dated anybody shorter than you?
Yes, I have.
Okay. And how did that go? Was it fine? Was it not?
It was fine for me, but a lot of the events that I go to, like, I wear heels, and typically like super tall heels. So yeah, I like that was like the biggest thing, where we would be at events and I'm like 6 foot tall and he's still 5'5", and you know, like, he was fine at first, but then eventually people start making comments and that became like more of an insecurity. So
it bothered him more than it bothered you.
yes, and I think that's what happens a lot. Like, things that I'm like, I don't care about, like, that's not an issue. Like, eventually it starts to like leak out into either their personality or their communication style or like just the whole entire relationship. So then again, it's like, are they 5'5" and insecure about it, or are they 5'5" and like, hey, this is what it is, I'm confident, I like who I am. So
Ooh. 5'5" isn't even that short for me, so I'm cool with that. But a 6 foot tall guy, what do I want my kids to be like? Probably the 6 foot tall guy, honestly. For like
Really?
yeah, because it's like, I could be the breadwinner. Why is that gotta be, you know? I could pull the bag. So if he just hangs out, he's, you know, doing his own thing. Hopefully he's passionate about what he does. But I'm there for the inches.
Okay, so how tall are you?
5'2.5".
Okay, so even though the 5'5" is taller than you still, you would still rather have the tall guy.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, definitely.
Wow. So do you think height is more important to you than salary?
Not that either matter, but yeah, if I had to pick one, like, you're hopefully not going to get too much shorter, but like, you could always get broke. So, you know, I'd rather, you know, we figure that out.
I cannot be with anyone that's shorter than me, and I'm 5'7", so there's no way I'd have to be with the person that was over 6 foot.
Okay, so you're choosing that given the circumstances. If he was 5'7", like your height, would you choose the 120 guy? Or would he have to be taller than you?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
They could be like 5'8" and above.
Okay, so that's when the answer would change. Okay, I see.
Yes.
It's for sure the second guy. I can't live a life without wearing heels, so, and I'm not gonna be like hovering over you like a freaking tower. I'm sorry, but
How tall are you?
5'7".
Okay, so would the answer change if he was like 5'7"?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just the fact that he's shorter than you.
Yeah, those 2 inches really matter.
I'm 5'7", so like that's tough.
So he'd be shorter than you.
Yeah, but then the other one, like, you can't, that's hard to live off of that. So I guess if I'm only basing it off those things, I would choose the shorter one.
Okay.
Who makes more money.
Would your answer be easier if he was the same height as you? Like, is it just the fact that he's shorter? What if he was 5'7"?
Yeah, I mean, that would definitely help.
Okay.
That would help. It would be hard to live a certain way making $40K a year. Like, that would be very stressful.
Guy number 1, who is a 3, but is willing to pay for everything and will provide for your family. Or guy number 2, who is a 10, you have a great sex life, charisma that can light up a room, but is not a great provider and will require you to work until you're 60.
I prefer a provider. So guy number 1.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the number 2 guy because I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna be working full time until I'm 60, but I feel like I have a good career path for myself, so that wouldn't necessarily be like a struggle or necessarily a problem for me. So I'm going to go with 2.
So you'd rather be attracted to the guy, have a great, life with him versus like the 3 who would pay for everything.
Yes, because I pay for anything and everything anyway, so.
I'm probably going to work till I'm 60 anyway, regardless of what my partner was doing. And I feel like the sex life is very important in a relationship. So I think I would just be the breadwinner, and then they can just be an amazing partner. So that's where I'm going to go with that.
I think I would choose the second one because it seems like that would be someone I would be more into. The first guy doesn't sound that great, besides the fact that he makes money.
Ooh. That's a tough one, to be honest, because if I'm thinking about it in a marriage scenario, a 3 is not that good, so I might have to go with the 10 and work till I'm 60, just because I have like a really good work ethic, so I don't mind, grinding it out until I'm 60 if that's the goal. But as long as I'm doing it with somebody that I love for the rest of my life, then that's totally fine. But he's got to be more than a 3, to be honest.
So you have to be physically attracted to him too.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, well, I already love work, and I wouldn't know what to do without work, so 10 it is.
I'm a hustler, so I'm going to be working until I'm 60 anyway. But what were the other stipulations with the first person?
He's a 3 out of 10.
Oh, he's a 3, but he's a provider for the family.
Yes, and you don't have to work. And the second guy's a 10.
But he's not a provider.
Yes.
And he doesn't have a strong work ethic.
I mean, he's not a great provider. You have to work until you're 60.
I don't know about these questions.
You're like, I don't like either one.
I like things to be equal, or, I like to be able to contribute financially in a relationship, in a marriage. But I wouldn't want to feel like someone was with me because I was the breadwinner. So I think I would have to choose the person that is going to provide for me. That's it too.
3.
3.
Okay, so it's better than
A
you
3.
thought. She's choosing the 3. Okay. Next one is guy number 1 who is 50 years old making 160 per year, or guy number 2 who is 30 making 45K per year.
As a guy that's 30, just because like for me I have like an age cap, just because like they're in their 50s, like late 50s, like they're getting closer to retirement age, and it's just like if I want to go out and have fun, that's not on their radar. They're not trying to be out all night. They're not trying to be downtown Cleveland on West 6, so that's not gonna go for me.
What is your age cap, you would say?
So naturally my age cap is at least 3 years older than me, but socially I've kind of upped that to about like 5.5, just because like depending on like what environment that you're in, sometimes you might have an older age range, especially when you're in like a corporate environment. So
The 30-year-old, I don't think I would mesh well with somebody that much older than me, and that would affect your life in like a lot of different ways.
Okay, so you choose the 30-year-old making 45K. Okay.
The 50-year-old for sure, because I think I'm attracted to older men a little bit, I guess I'd say.
All right. Hit Tressa up, guys.
Probably the 30-year-old.
Okay.
Just because I'm not in a situation where I'm interested in a man that much older than me right now, but just the age thing there.
Definitely the 6-year-old, because I like older men anyway. I feel like they're wiser. And if he's that age and he's making 160K, though, I don't know. I'd still choose the older man,
The
though.
older man. Okay. You have no trouble dating a guy that's older.
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
I think I would vibe more with the younger person just because they're more my level.
Okay.
Um,
So you would choose the 30 making 45K.
yeah, I feel like 45K is like... I couldn't get along with a 60-year-old at all. I can't.
It's 50, but yeah.
Or 50-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't think I would be able to get along with a 50-year-old, so...
50's just too much of a gap for me. 30.
Okay, how old are you?
30.
Okay, all right. Next one is guy number 1 who drives a luxury car, buys you gifts, and takes you on international vacations, but he's gonna cheat on you twice. You know this, like he's gonna cheat on you twice. Or guy number 2 who is cheap with everything, loves coupons, doesn't like the expensive travel, so you're rarely leaving Cleveland, but he never cheats and is loyal.
I would have to say, yikes, man, these questions. If someone cheats on me, I'm gonna have to cheat back at the end of the day, and that is toxic, and that is not what we're trying to do. So, but I like to travel. He only better cheat on me twice. Like, I'm playing. I would definitely go with the loyal person.
Are you sure? Yes. Okay. Your conscience was going back and forth on that one.
Cause it's just a value thing, you know, like.
Yeah.
Dang, I can't deal with the cheating at all, so it's not even a question for me. I'm going with the loyal king.
Oh, yeah, for sure the loyal guy. Yeah.
Oh, that's awful. Both are awful. Gosh, I don't want to pick either.
And they're both good with money. Like, they're
Okay.
both fine in the finance department. One is just
Okay.
cheap and one's not.
I guess I'm going to choose the one where we don't travel, but he doesn't cheat, because I guess what's the point of traveling with someone who cheats on you and you're like miserable being with them?
Realistically, I'd say no to both because that grosses me out both ways. But I would definitely go with number 2 because I would never be able to be cheated on. I just can't. I mean, it may happen, but I wouldn't necessarily be able to deal with it or want to deal with it. That's just, no, I'm not that person.
So you're choosing the loyal guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right?
Oh, this is a good one. Okay, wait. Say number 1 again.
Okay. Guy number 1 drives a luxury car, buys you gifts, takes you on international vacations, but you know he'll cheat on you twice during your relationship.
Yeah.
And I will say they're both good with money. So it's not like the cheap guy is poor. He's just
Okay.
cheap.
He's just a little cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, like, I forget what the coupon guy's whole story was again, but the cheating. We've graduated. I gotta go with number 2.
Okay. Been there, done that.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. I would prefer to know if someone's going to cheat on me if they're just cheating on me twice. Because that doesn't mean I'm staying, right? I could do like the 30 years, cheat on twice, gone. But someone who is cheap or like cheap-minded, then I'm just like, okay, what are their values? Are they cheap with everything else? Like, they may be like a good person, but I feel like that scarcity mindset might cause more issues. So I'd rather like know up front, like if they're just going to cheat twice, like, okay, at least I know, versus like going to things blind.
Okay. If I told you that they were both like good with money, like they both had the same amount of money, one was just the luxury guy and one was just the cheap guy, would your opinion change at all?
Yes, it would.
Okay.
Yeah, if they're both good with money, then I would prefer a guy who is more frugal and maybe spends less money that I know is going to be loyal. But it's just like that whole entire mindset. Like, are they cheap because they're good with money, or are they cheap just because like they're terrible with money and they have to budget everywhere else to maintain their lifestyle?
Okay, so the good with money versus not is kind of the determining factor
Yes.
there. Okay, next one is guy number 1 has a little bit of a dull personality, lacks charisma, but your sex life is amazing. Or guy number 2 who has a personality that lights up a room, he's hilarious, but he's not able to satisfy you in the bedroom and has a micro penis.
Oh! You had me in the first half, not gonna lie. Because I was like, doable, that's okay. Because if he has a good personality, that means that automatically we have some potential in the bedroom, regardless of what the scenario was. But I'm not it's just like, yeah. Wait, what was the first person?
Has a dull personality, lacks charisma, but you have a great sex life.
So that we don't know a whole lot. I wish I knew a little bit more, but in this scenario, micropenis really cut me out of this equation, so I think I gotta go number 1.
Fair
I'm
enough.
sorry. Honestly, there are so it's a me thing too. It's not a you thing. You are deserving of love and all that it has to offer.
Number one, obviously. For me, obviously.
Didn't need to think about it. Okay.
No.
This one's really hard, but I think ultimately I'm gonna choose the micro penis guy because in the long run, like, you're not gonna be having sex forever. So I don't know. I guess
So
I'm
you
going back
you
and
would choose
forth.
the personality over the sex life at this point?
I think personality is always at the top. Yes, personality is always at the top, and then it's sex, and then it's
Looks.
like whatever else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no. Just the cherry on top. If you can't satisfy me already and you're not physically equipped, I'm not, it's just not going to work out. So I'm going to go with guy number 1.
Okay. Yeah, I think you said you wanted the yacht in the last video.
Yeah, I
so
do. I still do. So
Nothing's changed.
nothing's changed with me here.
Gosh, I don't know. That, like, your sex life is important, but it's not the only thing. Like, and at the end of the day, like, everyone gets, like, old and, like, that kind of goes away, and you have to, like the person that you're with for them as a person. So I think I would choose the more, like, charismatic one that it seems like I would get along with better.
Okay.
Well, that's tough.
All right. Micro penis it is.
Nope. There's no way. The first option, I'm not giving no explanation.
Guy number 1.
That was quick. That was our quickest answer.
No other reasons behind it. Guy number 1, that seals the deal for me.
All right. Fair enough. All right, guys, that is all I have for this video. If you liked it or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. If you like this style video and want me to continue bringing women on my channel, let me know what you think down in the comments. Let me know what questions and topics and different things you would like me to cover. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.